Hi, my name is Arise Elizabeth Rock. I'm 13 years old and going into the 9th grade. This is my first book, The Trail to Home.
All right. Hey, so we're doing something today. This video today, I haven't been this excited about anything we've done up to this point. I'm super excited about this, like super excited.
Both super excited. Like this, what you're about to see is a big part of what we want to do when we bring to the platform. Now, we haven't talked to you about this yet.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Arise Rock, 13-year-old, she like blows our collective Storier minds.
Oh,
so
definitely.
You're gonna love this video.
Yeah, you can't wait, man. Better writer than I can hope to be at this moment right now.
This is my first book, The Trail to Home. I self-published it with the help of my mom and dad. The Trail to Home basically started out as a 4th grade writing assignment. Choose a topic on whatever you want relating to history and literature. I just wrote a 2-page short story. My teacher read it and she really liked it, but I didn't do anything with it until last year when I found it. I really liked it and I thought I could maybe turn it into something. It started out as a normal novel, but I didn't really like how it flowed. I turned it into free verse. So as you can see, the style is very different, I guess, from traditional writing. It's a lot like poetry. You have to add a lot of similes and metaphors and descriptions. You really have to draw your readers into it, and that's what I tried to do with this book. Making the landscapes and the scenery really come alive. The characters really become meaningful to you without having them talk too much. The way they relate to each other, you can tell that they love each other or they're friends or they dislike each other. My first real novel I've written for about 7 years now, and I've been reading all my life pretty much. I'm gonna read an excerpt. It's called Riders. One day, while we were sitting in the wagons, preparing dinner, waiting, a thin line of dust appeared on the horizon. Coming closer, I could see that it was Indians, lots and lots of them, riding past us. The women all ran to the wagons, and the children clumped together as the wagons slowly circled. The Indians were tall and strong, their brown skin gleaming in the sunlight. I waved to one of them, but Mama jerked my hand down. The man did not respond. His eyes and face were like flint, gazing on the unbroken horizon. I didn't understand why everyone is so scared of them. They're just people. They too had experienced people dying, hunger and starvation, love and happiness. I see a little girl of about 10 riding beside them. Mama is not looking. I raise my hand and wave. I'm not sure, but I think that she waves back. So, that is an excerpt from The Trail to Home.
What do you think?
Just amazing.
Hey, there she is.
Hi.
Yes, I feel like we got a legitimate celebrity in here with us today. The amazing Arise Elizabeth Rock. Yes, very talented young writer.
Thank you.
Both of us read this book, so
Yes.
I'll let you go first.
The thing I would say first about this, the depth. The depth of the characters and the depth of the writing, way above. The stories about the ups and downs they go through on the Oregon trails, the friendships made, well, I don't want to get into any spoilers. That's for sure. But yeah, so and it just I had an emotional reaction. Yes, I didn't cry. I did not cry. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to think I'm crying. It's just
I teared up. I did tear up. And it had both. It had highs and it had lows. But so from an emotional movement standpoint, to the complexity of characters, to the word choice, all of it, I thought was just great.
Great.
I mean,
and the use of free verse. I think the use of free verse and building out the characters. How you said to us earlier, how not using as much dialogue, but using the structure of free verse, metaphors, similes to build out the characters and give them voices. You'll feel like you're really along on the ride with these people.
We are going to give away 3 copies of this book. There will be information in the description below to win her book.
So tell us a little bit about your writer's journey.
I noticed in your interview you said I've been writing for 7 years, which would make you 6.
Actually, maybe 5 now that I think about it, but sorry. It's for real. I'm not lying. Me and my sister would write these really cheap, little tiny books that were maybe like this big, and they would be about 7 pages, and it was like the typical 5-year-old, you write about the princess and the dragon, the knight, the hero, whatever. My mom, like, though, she saved all of my writing, which I'm really grateful for at this point. I was like, oh, these stories are trash or whatever. She's like, no, let me save them. And so, like, as I kind of discovered I liked writing, I think it was around maybe actually 5th grade, I was writing these short stories, like short fantasy stories, and my teachers loved them. And so I was like, maybe I should actually, like, consider doing this. So I started, like, building on them and, like, writing bigger books, I guess. And, like, a lot of writers inspired me. J.R. Tolkien, of course, and C.S. Lewis, and, like, what I consider, like, all the great writers. It's definitely helped me, like, to become the writer I am today. And, like, my dad, he's also writes in free verse. I've been writing a lot more the past 3 years, I would say, or the past 2 years maybe. I started typing out my books, like, for real, and, like, sending them to people. Trail to Home was the farthest thing from my mind. I was more working on these, like, big novels. Decided to, like, go simple, and that's when I did the Trail to Home.
Can you remember the first story you ever wrote?
It was called The Three Riddles. It was, like, a Japanese short story about this girl named Yoko and how she had to, like, solve these 3 riddles to save her village from the evil, like, dragon king who like lived on top of the mountain.
Do you remember the riddles that she had to solve?
One of them was the dragon was, like, talking to her, and he's like, you have to bring me 1,000 trees and be able to fit it in the palm of your hand. And so she brought him
impressive. That is impressive.
Yeah.
And that's a riddle you came up on your own.
I don't know how I did.
This girl is amazing. She really is. I have no doubt in my mind that if she stays the course of what she's doing now, she's gonna be a bestseller. I guarantee it. You just finished your first draft for your next book.
It's called The Hero of Avendor, and it's magical realism. Make up a whole new, like, kind of land. Go really into the characters. It's a adventure story. So it's about a girl named Celeste, her 3 friends. So Gale is, like, this wolf she meets, and he's, like, 100 years old. Guess wolves don't age very much. Victor is Gale's, like, partner, and they came to, like, get Celeste, bring her to a mountain called Lowlandir to train. It's pretty much how they interact with each other. A lot of the first chapters are basically just focusing on the characters, getting to know each other, typical arguments and all that sort of stuff. They go to the mountain. I won't tell you, like, how the training goes. Their overall plan is to try and defeat this dark lord who's, like, taking control of Avendor, which is the land she lives in. Nobody knows he's evil. He's, like, called the Emperor, and everyone, like, loves him. And there's, like, these...
Are you supposed to tell us that?
Yeah, it says it in the back. There's these people who are against him, a very small group of people. Victor and Gale are working for them. It's, like, Celeste coming into who she really is throughout the book, and us being able to, like, see her development and her growth. She starts out as, like, this awkward teenager who's, like, always tripping, and, like, she's not sure of herself. She doesn't have a lot of confidence or anything like that. By the end, she's, like, really grown, and you can, like, see how she's, like, matured and stuff.
Sounds like a really good coming of age story.
And you're done with the first volume already.
I'm done with the first book. It's 2 books. So.
That be encouraging to y'all out there. It's definitely encouraging to me.
In the pants.
What am I right?
No,
Yeah. Some word of encouragement. Words of encouragement.
So definitely keep writing. I know everybody probably tells you this, but the best thing to do is even 10 minutes every day and at least write something. It can be, like, the first thing that pops into your head. It can be a story you're working on, or just, like, a random thing, but just write something down, or, like, keep a little notebook and do it every single day. That's what I do.
Sweet. Look, now that she's not around, we can tell you what we really think.
And it actually was, like, no lie, super impressed. No lie, super impressed.
Super impressed. She did it in free verse, which in itself is an accomplishment. I don't know if many writers can pull off in general. Depth of emotion, like we said in the video, it's just amazing to be 13 years old and be able to go that deep into the characters and to really put you in a situation on the Oregon Trail that you feel you're a part of and that you're taking that journey with the family. Arise. You're my hero!
Did you ever know that you're my hero? That's part of why we wanted to put this video out. 1, because the content is just there. I mean, she's an inspiration, but 2,
we're just super interested in taking kids who have a passion for writing, a passion for this art and this craft, and walking them through and providing them with everything they need to hopefully get them to the next level. It's it's a dream of mine. The dream of this man's here.
So we got like 3 takeaways. Number 1, buy the book. And don't just buy a book, buy several books. Anyone who's interested in writing, especially young people, buy it for them.
Takeaway 2, please share this video. There's something very inspirational to see somebody at a young age go so hard at their craft.
Spread the support and the love for her.
Yes.
Takeaway number 3.
This time for our book giveaway, we got something special for y'all. It's a little game. Arise hit us with a pretty good riddle, and we say if you can solve it, you get the book. You can throw your answer on Twitter. You can throw your answer down in the comments section below.
So like we said, we're giving away 3 copies. The other way to be entered into the contest will be sign up to our email list. We're going to keep you updated on Arise.
Yes.
We're also going to have updated stuff when we find other people like her. We're not going to inundate. We will not do more than 2 emails a month.
And there'll be some surprises in some of those emails. You might even get some original stories.
We really want to find kids that are interested. Writing is one of those things where people just don't get enough encouragement to go for it and to really explore their craft. So, do it. As always, like and subscribe. Subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe to our channel. Matter of fact, you can subscribe and press that button right now.